Hello students, welcome to the lecture on probability distribution. In the last class we have seen about the different types of random variable, that is discrete random variable or continuous random variable. So in this lecture we are going to see about the probability distribution of two types, that is discrete probability distribution and continuous probability distribution. Let us start with the meaning of probability distribution. Probability distribution contains two things. First is the outcome of random variable and second is the probability of observing that outcome. Now let us see what does it mean. See, in case of discrete distribution, it means that probability of observing discrete outcome such as 12 students, 76 voters or 5 spelling mistakes. Okay, these students, voters and spelling mistakes are discrete outcomes since they are countable finite number, and if we try to find out the probability of observing these values, then we can say it as discrete distribution. Okay, let us go into the further detail. If out of 100 students we are trying to calculate the probability that 12 students have more than 70 IQ scores, so here what is the outcome? The outcome is that 12 students will have IQ scores more than 70. Okay, so if we try to calculate the probability of that outcome, then we would call it as discrete probability distribution. Similarly, sampling 500 registered voters and calculating probability that at least 76 voters voted for the president in the last election. Okay, so the probability distribution in this case would be discrete distribution since there are countable number of voters. Again, calculating the probability that 5 spelling mistakes per page are made by the author. Now, what happens in case of continuous distribution? Here, we would calculate the probability distribution of observing continuous outcome. Calculating the probability that the person generates more than 6 pounds of waste per day. Okay. Say calculating the probability that the length of chocolate coming out of the production line is between 6 to 7 centimeter. Okay, and calculating the probability that 50 students selected randomly out of 500 has height in the range of 5 to 5.2 feet. Okay, so all these examples fall under the continuous probability distribution. Now let us see an example of discrete probability distribution. See, if we have selected a portfolio and we want to calculate the probability of different returns from that portfolio, then what we will do? We would identify the return percentage and we would calculate the probability of obtaining that return from the portfolio. Okay, so if the return is 10%, the probability of getting 10% return is 0.5. If the return is 12%, probability of getting 12% return is 0.25. If the return is 15%, probability of getting 15% return is 0.15. And if the return is 18%, the probability of getting 18% return is 0.1. So here the outcomes are discrete in nature, that is 10%, 12%, 15% or 18%. Okay, and correspondingly we have calculated the probability of the corresponding returns. And if we plot a chart depicting the return on investment in x-axis and the probability on y-axis, we would get the probability distribution of return on investment. Okay, and from this diagram you can see that the summation of probabilities of all the possible return would come out to be 1, that is 0.5 plus 0.25 plus 0.15 plus 0.1 equals to 1. Now similarly, let us try to see an example of continuous probability distribution. Okay, so if we want to calculate the probability of different lengths of chocolate coming out of the production line, what we would do here, if the length of the chocolate is 4 to 4.5 centimeter and the probability of getting 4 to 4.5 centimeter length is 20%. If the length is 4.5 to 5 centimeter, probability of obtaining that length is 30%. If the length is 5 to 5.5 centimeter, probability of getting 5 to 5.5 centimeter length is 30%. And if the length is 5.5 to 6 centimeter, probability of getting 5.5 to 6 centimeter length is 20%. So let us make a probability distribution graph for this example. So here the x-axis is depicting the length of the chocolate, okay, and the area under the curve between the 2 points represent the probability of obtaining the length in that range, okay. For example, if the length of the chocolate is in the range of 4 to 4.5 centimeter, to calculate the probability, we need to find out the area of the curve between these 2 points. So here that is 0.2. Similarly, if the length of the chocolate is 4.5 to 5 centimeter and we want to calculate the probability of obtaining that length, then we need to calculate the area between the curve, okay, that is 0.3. So the total area under this continuous distribution curve would be 1. That is the probability of obtaining all possible length of the chocolate would be equal to 1. So this is the example of continuous distribution. So in our coming classes, we are going to see various types of discrete and continuous distribution in detail. This is the basic overview of the discrete as well as continuous probability distribution. Okay. So now let us see the categorization of probability distribution. Okay. So the probability distribution we have seen is categorized into two parts, that is discrete and continuous. Now under discrete there is Bernoulli distribution, binomial distribution and Poisson distribution. Similarly under continuous there is uniform distribution, normal distribution and exponential distribution. Okay. So now we are going to see all these probability distributions one by one.